What's up, 49er faithful? It's your boy, Chili Will, and welcome to the 49er Street Squad. We got a great show for you today. I got some wonderful guests coming up, but man, what a rough weekend, man. What a rough weekend. Looked like our boys came up short, man, in Chicago, and that terrible monsoon weather, man. It was crazy. But you know what? The faithful showed up really strong. We turned the town out, man. We had a great time, man, and man, it just sucks to lose that first big game, man. Yeah, was I hurt? Darn right I was hurt, man. It was tough, man. It was really tough. But you know what? Hey, we have to look forward to the next game this coming Sunday, which we'll get into. But before we do, let me go ahead and bring in my guests. First, I'd like to bring in my man, my boy Nina Rio in the house from the Ballers Club Life, man.
Yo,
Rio,
yo.
what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? What's going on, man? We got gonna have a real fun show, I think, man. But let me bring in someone special that I know you know very well.
I don't know that dude.
Yeah, he goes by the name of Big Ralph from the Shy. You know, he's got to get in on this, and you know, he's got words he's got to say. You know, due to a little wager competition, so to speak. You know that Rio challenged him to. You know, and man, I tell you, I just don't know where to start, man. But you know what, Ralph, your boys came and played, and they pulled it out, you know. And when everybody said that there was no chance that they were gonna win, you know, I mean, everybody was already negative. I had Chicago fans coming up to me telling me, man, you guys need to take it easy on us Sunday. It should be an easy win for you guys. And I told them, I
Those
said,
are not real fans you were talking to, but go
it
ahead.
must not be because a lot of them were saying it, man. Even I was at the Wrigley Field ball game on Friday, and then got to chopping it up with them. They were like, "Yeah, take it easy on my Bears." I said, you guys are gonna win easy. I mean, I'm not making this up. I mean, when my boy Antonio gets on, he'll tell you, man. But I told I told these guys, I said, listen, this is football. I said, last year our Niners played Detroit Lions, which were supposed to be a very easy team to beat, and we went in there, pretty much stomped on them. Had a big lead, but you know what? Kyle took out some of our starters. Next thing you know it, what's that quarterback's name for Detroit? I forgot. He got traded
Golf.
from
Golf.
who?
Golf. Yeah, golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm up here taking pictures, thinking like, yeah, we got this victory, behind the bench. And I turn around, next thing you know, they're like 7 points down, almost getting ready to score another touchdown to tie it up, just like that. And I was like, man, what the heck? I didn't even know it happened so quickly. I didn't even, see what was happening because we turned the ball over a couple of times, and penalties got us in trouble, and they seem like that's what happened on Sunday. So that said, go ahead, Ralph, man. I know you've been waiting to.
Thank
to
you.
get in.
Thank you, Doug. I didn't want to cut your intro off,
Oh
but
damn! Here we go.
before I say anything, I'm going to step over to the side so you guys can see this picture right here. Can you guys
Yeah,
see
y'all
that?
stole that from both sides.
You see that?
Remember that?
Do you see him sliding in the rain? Doug, this is what we do. We built
Wow.
for this weather. We built for these type of weather. We play in the snow. We play in the rain. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Right,
I don't
right.
know about you guys. You guys from the Bay Area, you don't get much rain, but this is what we do. Second of all, you see Rio. You see what he got on. You see what he's wearing.
Yeah, Real lost the challenge,
You
man.
tell him why he's wearing that. First of all, he should be wearing go get a Bears hat for me, Rio. You need to put
No.
on the Bears hat. Get
No.
rid of that background. And second of all, get rid of
No.
that background. I want all Bears logo,
No. No.
everything.
No. Next time you make a bet with me, you gotta go ahead and just put all the stuff out there. Cause I
Nah, that's the
said
way it should be.
Jersey. I said Jersey. And I
Jersey
came through.
includes
I
socks,
gave
Didn't
my
say jersey,
promise.
didn't say hat or
I said
background screen.
Hey, man,
I stuck to
Jersey.
my promise. All right. I went down to this
did.
dumpster. I went
You
to the
did.
dumpster behind the Goodwill. The dumpster behind the Goodwill, and then I paid this bum $5 to dig in there, and then he found the Bears jersey, and he found it. He said, "Is this what you need?" I said, "Okay, I'll take that right quick."
Yeah,
Look
he
here,
said, let me
man.
borrow it for about an hour.
Jersey mean hat, underwear, socks, everything should be Bears on you right now.
Well, hey, that wasn't.
Okay.
That was not in the contract disclosure, man.
Thank you. That was not
Doug, you know
part of the
what?
deal.
It was.
Doug,
It was
you know what?
just jersey. I'm surprised he showed up with the jersey. To be honest with you.
Hey man, I stick
Oh,
to
you
my
better
word,
show
man.
up. You better
I
show up.
that let you guys know I stick to my word. I honor all my bets, and I said it. And my Niners, I don't know what happened to them on Sunday. I really don't. But you know what? Actually, I'm gonna tell you, Doug. I think I know what happened.
Okay,
You see-
because
you
I
see-
was going to
you-
ask you, what do you feel happened?
I-
when
I
the
know what
Niners-
happened.
Were they prepared for this weather?
Hold
No,
on a
no,
second.
I know what
Let me-
happened.
Let me get a pen and paper, man.
Hey,
so I
hold on,
can
Get
hold
it,
on,
get
write
it,
all
hold
these-
on, hold that
so I
thought,
can
hold
write
that thought
all
real
these
quick.
excuses down.
Wait,
Go ahead.
wait. Hold up, man. Let me bring my co-host, man, my boy from Empire Road, man.
Gotta be-
My man
Man,
Antonio Bello, man. Get in here, get on some of this
Get
action.
Antonio
man.
on there.
guys?
Get
We
him
got,
on
What's
we
there.
up?
got, we got
I
Ralph here. He's
I
ready to
want
blow
all
some heat on
Niner
this
fans.
Antonio, man. So I hope you're
I
ready.
want all Niner
Man.
fans on here. Doug, call whoever you got to call. Put them on here. Okay.
You
I
know
like
what,
the
Antonio?
background, bro.
Antonio, let me explain real
Oh,
quick.
thanks,
'cause
man. You see
I know
that?
you weren't able to make the
See
show
that, Antonio?
last Wednesday.
That's how we do it, man. We play in the rain. We built for this type of weather, man.
Yeah, see, Big Ralph and Rio
Okay.
made a bet with each other, and you know, Rio's a Niner fan, and Big Ralph he's a Chicago fan, and so they made a bet like whoever was to lose this game that the other person would have to wear their jersey, you
Right.
know. So apparently Rio lost, you know, so he lived up to wearing the jersey, but now Big Ralph is trying to
Man,
change it up and
I
say he should have
know.
the hat on too, and change his
Come
background,
on, man.
which was not in the
Antonio,
contract
he should be
disclosure
wearing
when
a
we
Bears
decided to
hat.
do this.
The background should be all Bears logo, backdrop,
Hey,
everything,
listen.
underwear,
Man,
socks,
man,
everything
listen.
should be Bears.
Listen to Gloria. Gloria said the contract said jersey only. All right, you listen to Gloria. Gloria got it down pat. She was watching
You know what?
last week.
You know what, Gloria?
The people were watching last
You
week.
gotta get that bet down right, man. I don't make that bet. I did that a couple of years back.
Man.
In,
Oh, I was
Oakland
going to say, I thought
Coliseum.
you would make that bet. I thought you would
Nah.
make that bet.
I made bets like that in the past, but I rather lose money at Vegas than to make that bet with a picture floating around on the internet.
Man.
They didn't have the internet back in the day like the way they do now.
Oh yeah, this is incriminating.
I passed out in my homies' cars and they put Raiders stuff on me, and
Oh Lord,
they
I'll
have
die.
pictures of me on their refrigerator for years
Ooh.
like that. I'm like, oh, bro, this is an old. Take that down.
No.
They don't want it to die. That's why you were smart, man. White jersey, it's way low. You can't really tell. Niner hat.
Yeah.
I'm glad
And
you
there's
brought
not
that
really
up,
no
man.
bear signal on it.
Glad, Antonio, I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, Mario, can you sit up straight for me? So I can
I'm
see
sitting up straight.
all the Bears. No, you're
I'm
not.
sitting up straight.
All I see is white, just like Antonio just said.
You just-
I want
you
to
just-
represent the Bears.
You
I
want
want
you
to
want this
represent them
camp.
right.
All right, you
He
want
wants
this
to see
camp.
the
Don't
whole
try to-
jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to see
I
what
want
number.
the whole
He wants to
jersey,
see what
man.
number it is right
How
there.
about that? You get that? See that?
Mike is blocking
You gotta
34, man. You got to show that 34.
I can't do nothing about it. That's the microphone, man. You know, if you had a professional mic, you know how it worked, man. You know what I mean?
Man, you know what, man, guys? I just saw
Hey.
Red Glow's comment. She said that weather had nothing to do with it.
See?
Yes and no. The reason why I say that is the weather prevented you guys from playing better
From coming back,
because you had the better team. So we already talked about that last
hands
week. right?
down.
You guys had the better squad, but we have
So
heart.
Ralph, are
I
you
told
saying
you-
if we
What?
didn't have monsoon weather, you feel that the Niners would have had no trouble beating the Bears?
That's not what I'm saying, Doug.
No, that's what he's saying.
No,
That's
you guys
exactly
would have
what
played.
he's saying.
You guys would have played better, but that's not. I'm not saying you would have won the game. We probably would have played better also. What I'm saying is, the Bears got heart, man. I told you it's gonna be a payback game. I told you last week this is a payback game, and watch out for those games. We came to play, man. Even though we didn't do well the first half, we were crap the first half.
Hey, it
With
was-
our defense, man. Our defense. Didn't I tell you defense was gonna win the game? Doug, I know you got your notes in front of you.
I got.
Can we
yeah.
say what the score? Can we say
Yeah,
what score each of us
yeah.
picked, please?
Do you want to go over the scores? Of
I
course,
want to go over the score. Yes.
I might hit my mic here. Okay. All right. Well, all of ours, of course, don't matter,
No,
you
it
know.
don't
But
matter.
Ralph came in and said 20-17, and the game was 19-10, so he wasn't far off.
And what did I say? Defense is going to dictate the win.
The
for the
only
Bears.
defense y'all played was the rain. That's it.
Oh, please.
The rain was playing the defense.
Let me write that down. Excuse number one, rain. Go ahead. I got that one
I
down.
actually
Keep
gotta
going.
watch. I gotta watch the game again.
I got
man,
that one
because-
down.
I know. I tried to go back and watch it, but man, I
gotta
didn't
watch
have the
the game.
recording up. For some reason, it got deleted. I don't know what happened, but I was like so pissed off. I was like, man, so I was trying to watch replays as much as I could.
Defense won that game. We played like crap. We couldn't even move the ball the first half.
Man.
I forgot how many yards we had the first
It was
half.
horrible.
But
Yeah,
the
I think-
defense held you guys down. That's what kept us in the
The
game.
rain.
No,
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
man.
tell- let me. Okay, let me explain what kept
Go ahead and break it
Chicago
down,
in
Doug.
this
Go
game.
ahead and break it
Can
down.
I
I'm
break it
taking
down
notes.
for a minute?
I'm
All
break
right.
it. Go ahead. Break it down.
Let's break it down,
notes.
guys. Just bear with me for 1 second here. If it's one thing that sticks out to me most that made this game horrible for us and how we shot ourselves was in the foot. Let's just look at the stats right here.
Don't say the P word, man. Please don't say the P word, but go ahead.
Let's look at the penalties.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That big P word.
12
Use the
penalties
P
for
word.
99 yards and 2 turnovers, man.
Man,
Not
come
many
on.
teams are going to win after after something like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the rest of the stats here, I mean, we had 17 first downs. Chicago only had 15. The third
Right.
downs we were 8 for 17. Chicago was 5 for 14. Total yards we were 331.
Wow.
Chicago was 204. You know what I'm saying?
And you
I
still
mean,
lost?
Look at
And
this,
you
Ralph.
still lost?
Yes, because of the penalties, man.
Turnover.
The
I think
penalties,
Debo's
man.
Debo's fumble too at the end.
That was
really
huge.
That was huge. That was
freaking
huge at the
huge,
beginning.
man.
Because that could have really separated us. You know.
Man, we would have been
I was singing Milli Vanilli after that. I was blaming it on the rain right there, bro. That
all
was
day long, man. I was right with you.
I like that
Blame it
one.
on the rain. Yeah, that was ugly. When Debo man ran with the ball, he got hit and that thing went flying out. I was like, oh no. I was like, please don't tell me we in for one of these games, man. Please.
Hey, now you got Gloria saying it was penalty. See that? I don't know what
It's true.
what you
That's the
telling her
truth.
over there, Doug, you
That's
know.
the statistic truth. 12 for
Okay.
99,
Oh,
Ralph.
I
Look
give
at
it to
that,
you.
please.
I give it
Hey,
to you the
Ralph.
penalties.
Hey, Ralph. Look
Yes.
at what the Bears had for penalties. What did they have, Ralph?
3 for 24.
Mm-hmm.
Because we took care of the ball. We took care of the ball.
Why they play a little bit better, a little bit smarter with their penalties.
Chili.
You know, well, look at you guys were like 3rd and 4 with no gain when Greenlaw face masked. Okay, extends the drive for you.
That was
guys.
huge.
You guys ended up scoring because that was after they then had the touchdown pass to Pettis, and he scored. And then on the 3rd and 9, Fields was for 5 yards. Ward was defending, and got called for a holding call. That led to another Fields second touchdown pass. Okay, and then when you guys were 2nd and 11, had a gain of 5. Kinlaw, that's when Kinlaw had a defensive holding call. It was 1st down and 3, and then you guys got another. That was another touchdown round. 2 plays right there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
We shot ourselves in the foot, man. We gave you guys the extra opportunity. When we had you guys locked up and shut down, we decided, we're gonna make a penalty and give them another 1st down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just shot ourselves in the foot.
Hey,
Chili,
you know what?
Chili, my man,
Go ahead,
my man Leon made a good point too. Mitchell got hurt; he was gone. We
Mhm.
lost our mojo.
So what?
Man, we'll get Leon out here, man.
Yeah.
My brother Leon.
So what? You guys had the better team. What do you mean?
That's don't lie. That's right.
Even though you didn't have Kittle, Mitchell got hurt.
You know
You
that was
still had a
another
good team to beat the Bears, but the Bears, man, this is what we got, man. We got
Well,
heart.
let's
Yo,
talk about it. Let's
We're
talk.
gonna
about
see
it.
if you
Yo,
guys
break it
got
down.
hard next week.
Antonio, break it down, man.
Let's talk about it. I mean, the Kittle injury prior to a couple of days prior to the game was a weird
Huge.
one, and you got this Trey Lance, first time starting as a 2nd-year player. He's going to need his tight end, right? That's his safety net, and
Thank
your little short passes in this weather. You can blame Kyle Shanahan on some play calling, but it was a monsoon out there, right? I kind of, if I was going to hold everybody to accountability, I think you got to look at Shanahan on this play calling.
I agree with that.
You could say, did he change his play calling due to the weather, or did he change his play calling because he didn't have confidence in Trey Lance? That's the big question. We're going to find out week 2 because it's going to rain again in Santa Clara. But what I look at is that right there. And then the running game. You guys stopped the running game. Let's look at Vegas odds. Vegas said that the over was going to be in the 40-something. I knew that wasn't going to happen. And if it was going to happen, then Trey Lance was going to have a big game. That rain prevented any deep passing game from occurring. So, I have to say, what a tough way to get a loss, and you guys came up with a big win, because I think that you snuck one out.
Huge.
But there is no excuses in the weather, and this team is built to win now. So here's where the chirping of Jimmy G sitting on the sidelines comes in, right? Jimmy G's from Chicago. He's undefeated in Chicago. His first start was in Chicago. You start thinking like, hey, man, what are we going to do as a football team with him sitting on the bench? I think they want to remove him and get him traded ASAP, because these Niner fans are ready to win now. We're tired. We need to get that sixth one. So you don't need to hear the fans chirping Jimmy G at home games.
Let me ask you this question, Antonio and Rio. Do you guys feel that if, and I'm not trying to make a controversy now because, I know what happened, but if Jimmy was to start this game, let's just say he was the starter in this game for this season, whatever.
Yes.
You think he could have pulled this out?
Yes.
Yeah, I think 100% he could have pulled it off. The reason why is because he's a veteran. He's played in the rain. He's played in bad weather. When you guys said that you feel like maybe the play calling with Shanahan was bad because maybe he didn't have enough confidence in Lance. It wasn't confidence in Lance by itself. It was confidence in Lance in its reign. He's never experienced this as a pro. So I believe if Jimmy G was in, this would have been an easy win. Now, it was unfortunate for Lance to get his first, start of the season as the new quarterback with this monsoon situation. It was a lot, and I feel like Justin was better suited for this situation than Lance. So when it became the fourth quarter and it started coming down even more, we had no chance to come back. I knew it was over.
Oh, that was the best feeling that I saw throughout the game when the rain started pouring down with like 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. And then you guys had no timeouts left at some point. I'm like, we got this.
It got bad. It really got bad. Let me ask you this question, Ralph.
Yes.
I got one real quick, Chili Will. I gotta ask.
Okay, go ahead,
Ralph, real quick. What do you think about the vengeance of Dante Pettis, man? Well, he came back to kill us.
Yeah, he sure did. That was like a big giant slap across your giant face, man. I was like, Dante was wide open to catch that pass. I just was like, oh, don't tell me we're gonna get beat by Pettis, man. No way. Damn.
I loved it.
I didn't even know the guy was still in the NFL.
So the Pettis family's from the Bay Area. I know one of the cousins, and he was. He was in Shanahan's doghouse for so long to come out. I mean, it seems like these guys had a chip on their shoulder because, from your quarterback, not getting picked by us to Dante Pettis it's funny how it works.
Yeah,
I agree. And going back, Rio, what you were saying about Trey or Garoppolo, I think that you saw the rookie mistakes he made in that game.
Yeah,
overthrew a couple of receivers, wide open.
He had that wide open touchdown against who was that? Who was, I think it was tight end? Was it tight? What was his name? I can't know his new guy. I don't remember, Taylor or Tyler.
And a couple of times,
I stood up when I saw him open. I stood up, man. I was like, hit him! He threw it his way, and I thought, we got this one, and it went right over his head. I went, oh man, come on! I was like, no.
And it goes back to my point. I was trying to make last week about starting Jimmy G over Trey Lance, because you gotta go with him because he got you guys. We was one game away from the Super Bowl. Why not ride him out until
No, well,
but
you gotta
up or whatever. Then bring in Lance. I know Lance is the future. I know all that, and that's why they brought him in.
Yeah, but you know what?
Come on, guys.
This, though. Even Jimmy knew he was on his way out the door. So the plan was to get him traded, or he was to go to another team. So therefore, that's why the Niners started building around Trey Lance and making him our guy. Jimmy knew it. That's why he said his goodbyes. When the season was over, he said it was great being here, guys. I'll see you later. Been real.
Okay.
He's out
so why are they keeping him around?
Because nobody wanted him because he had a shoulder injury.
They don't trust Trey.
No, he messed
No,
up.
he had a shoulder injury, and so obviously teams were a little skeptical about picking him up because they didn't know how well he was still going to be able to perform.
Okay, I can understand that. I can see that.
He got that surgery, and then it changed everything.
So as the off season, got closer to the regular season, no teams were looking to pick him up or want to take him. The Niners were like, well, hey, you're still here. Why don't we just make you as our backup quarterback, and then put in whatever clause or stipulation if you want to leave. If any team wants to, I guess he does have, I think, the option to leave. But hey, keep him around because, like you said, he has gotten us to a Super Bowl. He has got us to an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? So he does have the experience more than Sudfeld, more than the Mr.
So
relevant. You know what I mean? So it makes common sense.
With that being said, if Trey gets hurt, who's going to come in?
Jimmy G.
Is it Jimmy? So Jimmy's
he's the backup.
Jimmy's waiting. He's backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That means he's ready to play, right?
He's ready to play.
We hope so. We haven't seen him in action yet since the surgery. We don't know.
You got to understand, it was a great insurance policy to have. This wasn't the plan for the Niners. This was not the plan. The plan was to trade him. Everybody knew he was out the door, but there were not enough suitors. Things didn't happen, so luckily he was able to restructure things, and it worked out where they kept him as a backup. So that's all it is to it. And even if there's a situation where Lance goes down and then Jimmy G comes in, Jimmy G this is his last year with the Niners.
Hey, real quick, let me explain to my man Rick Diaz. He was looking at it. He saw
I'm looking at
real with the Niner hat on and the Bears jersey. Well, the reason why, Rick, he lost.
Thank you, Rick.
Ralph.
He needs to match. He needs to match. You can't wear that.
Made a bet that whoever lost, they both made a bet that whoever lost would have to wear the other team's jersey. So that's why Rio, who is a Niner fan, but lost a bet to his brother.
And that's a good
Ralph.
That's
why he has the Chicago jersey on. So
you're
not seeing things, and don't be confused by it. So I just want to make sure I clarify that for everybody that might be watching.
That's right.
And you got
it's confusing. It's confusing.
Rick, go watch the show last week.
Yep.
And it was a jersey deal. Period. Me, if I had to if I was even scared of the bet, I would have just made it a hat deal. But I even went for the jersey. But me, usually I tell people, man, I want everything. I want shoes, socks. I want you all, from head to toe.
All the fans coming on here right now say it's confusing to look at you because you got a Niner hat backdrop and then you got a Bears jersey on. Hey, that's what I mean. We all confused. You got to match.
As long as I take care of my bet. As long as I take care of my bet, I'm good. Right after this, I'm going to give it back to the bum. And the bum's going to put it back in the dumpster behind the Goodwill, and we're going to be good. That's what's going on.
You know what, Doug? You lucky. Doug, you lucky you didn't take that bet. And I was my man that was on the show too. He was scared.
I thought,
he didn't want to take the bet. He was scared to take the bet.
Who?
So, your buddy that was your nephew. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't want no part of that. He knew better.
Fans, they know deep down they were scared. They were scared of the Bears that game, man. Deep down. Yeah, I'm happy today because you know what? Today is a great day, man.
Can I ask you this question, Ralph?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question. This is a Bear question for you. Do you feel that the reason why Chicago did come out and perform the way they did was the fact that because so many of their fans were counting them out? And I'm not saying this as a cheap shot, but they were saying this if you listen to Chicago sports radio, they were even saying and putting down the Bears, saying, "Yeah, these guys, they don't have no offense, and they got a rookie tackle that's going to be going up against Nick Bosa." I mean, they pretty much were letting them know that they just didn't think Bears had it in them to win this game. And so I think that maybe by hearing all that noise had to really motivate them to be ready for this game no matter what. You know what I mean? I think that's why they came out and played relentless. So
I agree. A lot of people didn't think
that
Bears
was a
would win this
contributing
game.
factor.
I think it was one of the contributing factors. A lot of people didn't think that the Bears would win this game. But I've been reading about the Bears, how hard they've been working in practice, and they've been putting in a lot of work. So for them to come out and play the way they did, it shows that they're putting work and they're ready to really go out there and play hard every game. Okay, and like I told you, we're gonna make the playoffs. Write this down today. Right? What's today?
Oh, shoot.
9/14.
Write it down. I'm gonna write it
Bears
down.
will make the playoffs. Okay.
Okay.
You
So
know
you saying
what?
there's a chance we might meet again?
Justin Fields. You saw how he played Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He came through, man. He made some big plays when we needed it.
You know, Chili, that might not be a bad, prediction because look how bad Green Bay played last week.
Ooh, that was a big loss. I love that.
And now you guys play Green Bay this week, right?
You got Green Bay this week. Yep.
You guys beat Green Bay. You know how big that would be?
Oh,
You remember last time?
we
La-
know Green Bay.
We
Rodgers-
were walking in the stadium,
Rodgers
Big Ralph,
talking
and
a mess.
Rodgers
walking
came
the-
through and said, I own this team.
You own this. I know.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So
That's
you
okay.
know
And
that's going to
Antonio,
be
tell
another
what the Bears
payback.
fans were saying on the way into the game. Tell them.
on the way into the stadium, they weren't even caring about us. They were saying "F Green Bay." I was like, man, we the Niners though. They had waves of
For a
people.
minute, I thought I was at the wrong game. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
wait a minute.
do I got, wait, are the
He's
Niners,
like,
the Niners playing
wrong
at Gov
week.
Stadium?
Is that right? Wow, that's crazy. I know.
No,
They think
on,
about
hey,
Green
on the
Bay.
way in, they were chanting that, and even on the way out, they were chanting the
Right.
same thing. And I kind of
Right.
thought, like, God, I thought I'd be getting some,
You know what?
hearing some Niner blows at me or something, But
No,
man, they
that-
got a hatred for
That
some
tells
Green
me
Bay.
they're getting ready for Green Bay. That's why they're saying that.
Yeah.
They're looking forward. They're looking forward to the next game. They ain't thinking about the Niners. They know the Niners when they want to go.
No,
they
what's
won't
the
do
deal between the Bears and the Green Bay? Why are they so why? Why?
Oh man, it goes back in history, man. It's just one of those rivals that goes back to
because they're not in the
way
same
back.
division as you guys, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
same
they're in the
division.
same
Same
division.
division.
It's the
Are they?
oldest. Yeah,
They're a
it's like
rivalry.
the
Yeah.
oldest
Big
rivalry. That was like
Yeah.
one of the oldest rivalries,
Oh
man.
man, I was talking to somebody.
goes
Someone told me
way
they weren't in
back.
the same division. That's why I was tripping. I was like, really? Because I said, man, they had mad hatred on Green
oh
Bay.
Green
No,
Bay
man.
and Bears. They bump heads all the time.
Yeah,
man.
man.
The fans
Oh,
can't
they
stand
right
each
next.
other.
They're right
Fans,
next
ooh,
door, man. Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Illinois, right next door to each
It's a
other.
3-hour
Yep.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm not sure, is that a home game, Rio? Do you know? Anybody know it's a home game?
You know what? I can't remember.
You a Bears fan? You should have the damn schedule. Look that up, man.
I will
Doug,
say,
why you gonna bust me out like that, Doug? You didn't have to do that, man. Come
You're supposed to be a Bears fan. You have that schedule. You should know who you're playing.
on. You know what? I got some other things in my mind about this game. My mind's a blur right now. Anyway,
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at,
Get excuse. Get excuse.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna look up
good
the
comeback,
schedule.
good comeback, Big Ralph. Good comeback,
But
man.
man, dude, great win, man. Great win. Niner fans.
was a
You
great win.
guys, you know what? You know what's so funny? Last week, how you guys were so confident that you had this game, you won, and then you, Rio, your nephew, everybody. Oh, it's gonna be a blowout, 34-7, 50-12, whatever you guys.
I
said.
said 28-13, so I thought
my
that was a fair assessment.
15, okay.
I think I
So-
said
But
27.
Justin said 30-16. Mario said 27-10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was in Vegas
you know.
Friday, and they were like, "Do you want to bet the over?" And I was like, "It ain't going over the over."
Nope. I wouldn't
It ain't
bet the
going-
over.
Yeah,
No.
they
Yeah,
were
not in that
people like,
weather.
"Did you bet the?" Everybody wanted to talk the over,
No.
And I was like, I just didn't think that the Bears were going to. I didn't think that the Bears were going to score a lot of points, and I didn't think that Trey Lance was going to put up 40. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was where I was at. But I will add, Big Ralph, Justin Fields having a full season playing time last year definitely was beneficial
I
because
said that last week. Yep.
you got
go
Trey
ahead.
Lance coming in, and we're all nervous. We don't know what to expect. They've been keeping his practices super quiet. There was rumors he was throwing picks at practice against the 49ers first team defense. And then, you just don't know. We were going to have to go through some growing pains, and then the weather, then Kittle, I think, And we kept you guys in the game, although we had the lead.
Man.
We didn't. It was in reaching.
Exactly. And that's all I was hoping for all game is let's stay in reach.
We didn't
And
put
make
you guys
some big
away.
plays put us over. And then you guys with the penalties, you made it easier for us, But in the end, I think we played harder than you guys. I think you guys got outplayed. Even though you had the penalties, I think you got outplayed. The defense, our defense stepped up way better than you guys' defense, in my mind.
But
Here's the silver lining. Here's the silver lining. I cannot stand
Hey.
when the media says Niners are going to win the Super Bowl and we're going to be picked. It seems like they're letdowns when the media starts chirping good things about the Niners. I like when they chirp bad things. So this is a good humbling for the fans, for the team, and let's see how hungry they are, because we win this weekend against Seattle, and I think we're back in first place because everybody lost in the NFC West except for Seattle. So
Right.
maybe tied for first place or something like that. So that's the one plus, but I do have some concerns if Trey Lance comes out sluggish. I think the fan base is a little bit on edge right now.
You're gonna see that because, like you said, this is first year. Really, you gotta expect that, you know what? And you just gotta ride it out. Whether he does great or he screws up or whatever, you're gonna have to ride him out and see what happens. And good luck. That's all I gotta say. Like I said,
we definitely going to take up bumps and bruises with Trey. Like you said, it is going to be his real true first season. You know,
Yep.
we know there's going to be a lot of good, and there's going to be some bad with that. You know what I mean? There's going to be some knucklehead, mistakes, and that would happen probably with any quarterback starting, with their full start for the season. I wanted to hit up my man Leon said, where is that? Oh. He said, what do y'all think about Huff, man? Huff was getting up on it, boy. He's talking about Talanoa, Hufanga. That's our safety. He's the guy.
He looked good.
Last year.
He was on it. I'm like, man, where this dude come from?
All around the place, man. I was like, man,
I got to give it to him.
Troy Palomino too, right?
I know. Looks like like the baby version. I got him.
Yeah, he was making. You know what? To see him flying around out there the way he did, I was like, if he was definitely my wild player of the day. I mean, that guy was like, caught my eye. I was like,
he came to play. He came to play. I don't know about anybody else. He came to play.
That dude was locked in. And that brother was locked in, man. And he was making plays all,
And you guys talking all that mess about Bosa. What?
Hey,
he had
Bosa
like
got a
one
sack.
sack.
Bosa came through.
A couple of sacks,
He did
man.
all right. He got one sack.
Man, come on, man.
He had
Bosa
one
came
sack,
through.
But no,
but
you
he
said
had about
you
about
said
300
Justin-
pressures.
You guys
It's on
talking
pace
about
for 16 sacks.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
on pace.
But
He's on
you
pace.
guys were saying, Justin gonna run for his life. Oh, he's gonna run
Yeah,
for his life.
this Ralph the rain, man. What are
Man,
you
he
talking
wasn't
about?
running for his life. He ran. He scrambled a little bit. He scrambled here and there.
Did you
but he
see
wasn't
the
running for his
sideline?
life.
The sideline was wavy, man. Like
Man.
what was in bounds and out of
Yeah.
bounds? I mean,
Guys, the Bears did this on purpose because before the game they could have covered the field. They could have.
Right.
So they was like, "No, we're gonna leave it like this. This will give us a better chance."
We
They
built
did
for
this on purpose, not built for this.
Yeah.
Y'all just planned
built
for this.
We
Y'all
playing the
planned
snow
for this.
all day. Rain, slow sleep, whatever.
Whatever.
Monsoon,
Man.
whatever you call it. Hey,
Chili.
by the way, wait, Rio. Did you get next week Bears? Are they playing at home? You're a Bears fan now. You should know that now. You should be looking that up.
Hey, Chili.
Where they playing at?
How long we gonna talk about this crap and move on to the Seattle game?
You sit up
He's
for
got
me?
his moment to shine his glory. I think it's
We
time
got
to get
it
back
over,
to some
man.
red and
Look,
gold.
Look, I
Gold
need Rio to sit up a little straighter
Okay.
so that number can show.
Can we end the show and then start
That
a new
number-
show so that I
that
can take the
number,
jersey
Rio.
off and
Right.
then finish? You know what I mean?
Oh, we got plenty of time left. We ain't taking nothing off.
Oh,
Not yet.
come on, man. This is some bull.
Oh man! Now with running back Elijah Mitchell going down, he looks like he's going to be out with about maybe a couple of months because of MCL tear. He got hit. Or is it because of a cheap shot by the Bears? Anyway, who do you feel the Niners will put up next for running back besides Wilson? I mean, we know Wilson is going to be there, but who do you think might be his other go-to guy for running back? Could this be the chance we'll see Price get in there or even Mason? Mason been cutting up, and they just drafted somebody or put on the practice squad. Let me see. It was running back Marion Mack.
I know who our next
He played
running
for the
back.
Colts.
The next person up for running back is my man Debo right here. That's who's going to be running back. Debo is going to be running back. Debo is everything. Just like I said last week. Did I say we said who's going to score first? What
You
I
called
said.
it. You called
I
it.
said Debo. That's
He
what I'm
did.
saying.
He did. He
This
did.
is the man. If it wasn't for that, I swear to God, if it wasn't for that fumble, Ralph, you'd be all in 9 or red right now.
that was that was a very disappointing fumble. And
Man,
after
that
that,
was huge.
after that, there was nothing left. I mean,
That was
I
it, man.
I looked at the clock and I'm like, wow.
That was a huge play, man. That was a huge stop. punched that ball out of there. Big time play. Big time play. And that I think that gave us some momentum right there. You know, we held you guys to what 3 points second half. Let me look at the stat sheet right here.
Second half, was it 0 points?
Second half, first half, you had 7. Yeah. 3 points. You had 7 in the first half, 3 the second half.
Man,
We
it
held
felt
you
like
guys.
0 in the second half. What you
know
guys
what I'm
gonna do about your kicker, man?
Oh, that kicker! Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
God!
that
He
kicker,
was-
man, he kind of.
I was heated, man. I was heated. He was all over the place trying to let you guys come back. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Is he getting paid or what?
But it was a bad weekend for kickers, though.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
a lot of games was like, look at you see Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I mean, no, is it Pittsburgh and Cleveland? Yeah, Pittsburgh and Cleveland game.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
my bad.
game.
Pittsburgh and
That's the one that went overtime,
Cincinnati,
right?
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh,
Cincinnati. There you go.
Yeah. That was terrible. I feel so bad for what's his name,
Burrow?
Burrow, man. That was
Yeah, he did
amazing. Jamar Chase, the way he was playing. That was,
Yeah, he had a
but
good
anyway, man.
Antonio, let me ask you this question. You know, after the Chicago game, how would you rate Lance's first game?
You know what? I'm a little upset. It's what I expected personally. And here's my problem with this. Here's my big problem. And I'm going to give you 3 perspectives. There's the game on the field perspective, then there's the fan perspective, and then there's the front office perspective. From the fan perspective, this team is built to win now. We should not have any quarterback issues up to this point. For whatever reason, we got a rookie at the 3rd pick. Now, where the problem lies is not with Lance's game this year. It lies with why we benched him last year. Because last year should have been the growing pain year, if that was the case. What happened was we ended up going to the championship game. And remember, we started off super slow. Like, we had no business in the championship game last year by the time, and we didn't spark our season until we went to played the Bears last year. So that's when we started winning, because we were having like an up and down season, not looking too good. So then Jimmy gets us to the championship game. We lose that game, and then we go into this season where they have to make an announcement that they're going to trade him. He doesn't get traded. It creates a distraction. And so then they kind of shut off practice, and they don't want us to see what Lance is doing at practice. Rumors are he's throwing a few interceptions. Some rumors are is he's doing really great. People are picking us to win the Super Bowl. I'm sitting here going like, well, how come how come they're not showing what the way we used to watch Steve Young and Joe Montana? They'd show every practice. They weren't worried about showing all his highlights. They were keeping stuff secret, putting Jimmy behind the bench at practice because they didn't want fans to see him. And so we end up here. Now, that's the fan perspective. And here's the other thing about the fan perspective. How much does it cost to lose games? I mean, we go out here, we pay a lot of money to see wins. So if I look at it from the fan perspective, I want to see wins. I don't care about a controversy. I just want to see wins. Now, from the front office perspective, you can't bench a guy that you picked number 3 2 years in a row. That's just not going to happen. They are pressured to play him now because they paid him. So then you got a Jimmy G situation where you come back into Levi Stadium. He doesn't play in the rain week 2. What are the fans going to do? This fan base is bananas. They do not care. They want to win now. We've already been heartbroken. We want Quest for 6 to happen. This team, you got guys that are going to be free agents that are not going to be on this team next year. So what do we got to go through a growing pain and get other guys next year? This team is built to win now. The depth chart is amazing. You should not have a quarterback problem right now. And if you can't win, how many games will it take for the front office to be pressured to do something? That's why they want to trade Jimmy super fast. They don't want the distraction. So then there's the, that's the business part of it, right? And I sit back and I go, from the perspective of winning, if it was a Bill Walsh, he'd put Jimmy in the second half. You know what I mean? And wouldn't care about the controversy. We don't have, and I'm going to say, we don't have coaching staff that has the balls to make that call. That's true. Let
me cut you off. Are you saying that they should have put Jimmy second half?
I'm saying you do whatever it takes to win. I'll give you an example. When we lost Jimmy for the season, when he got injured, our season was done. We had Mullins, we had Bethard. If that was a Eddie D day, there'd be someone on the phone. There'd be tryouts for quarterbacks. They were like, you know what, we're going to go with what we got.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my fear of this coaching staff. So Jimmy is the insurance of in case something like that happens where our season is not done. If they trade him and Lance gets hurt, that's my biggest fear. Then we have this depth chart. We got all these players on defense, and we don't got a quarterback if he gets injured, and we don't know what to expect. So that makes me a little nerve-wracking. And then you look at it from how much does it cost for a ticket to go and see that mess? So you want to look, man. I just want to win.
Okay.
And that's really what it comes down to. We now deal with the business side of it, and then the player side of it. And then you deal with the players on the field that's, say what they say on the field. And, you wonder, I want to know what the players on the field really think.
Antonio, I got to say one thing. When you talk about, okay, if you were to possibly put Jimmy G in for the second half, that would be the worst thing that the Niners could do, because then that would destroy Lance's confidence.
Right.
But let's go back a little further, all the way to the beginning of the season.
Are we trying to confidence, or are you trying to win games?
Just
that's the question. That's the question.
Go ahead, Rio.
Yeah, but look, what I'm saying is that let's go back a little further. I feel like if maybe they had a little bit of doubt in Lance, they should have just did Jimmy G for one more year and keep Lance, groom him for one more year. But now that they made the decision, they made their bed, they got to lay in it now. They cannot put Jimmy G in unless Lance gets hurt. They can't. They can't do it. There's too many reasons. There's the front office. There's the coaching.
Right.
There's a lot that goes with it. You can't. Unfortunately, we're looking at it as, hey, it's a bad weather game. Take this rookie out, put the veteran in, and we would get the win. But it's not that simple, because there's ramifications to that decision.
I agree. It would have made a big,
It's not like changing a pitcher.
Everybody would have been pissed if they would have switched up.
No,
I agree with that.
Listen. What if they took him out, put Jimmy G in, and Jimmy G won? Now what happens?
Do you remember that there was the season where they did that with Steve Young and Joe Montana? But if Joe had a bad first half, Steve's coming in the second half. You know what I mean? But this is what you got. You're paying this guy on the bench. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to do that. What I am worried about is how many games does the kid have till he has his breakout game? You know what I mean? This is such a big week 2 to me, because I'm telling you right now, the fan base is a little bit in a panic right now from the feeling and the energy that I get. It's a panic time, and if he goes 0-2, what do you do? Because this is where coaches get fired.
I brought up last
coaches
week,
get fired for this. Yeah.
I brought this up last week, Antonio. I said, let's say you guys go 0-3, 0-4.
You said 0-4, yeah.
Then what do? Do you keep him in there? Do you ride him out and hopefully that he turns around, or do you gotta get a W? You gotta bring in Jimmy.
Ticket prices now. This is where the business goes bad. That's when ticket prices go back to $20 again.
That's what I'm saying. It's about the money.
Well, let's roll, baby. I'm gonna take the whole family to this game. You know what I mean? So that's where it gets a little crazy. Well, I don't think that will happen. But we were not supposed to lose this first game, and it's momentum, right?
The Seattle game is not going to be easy.
I was about to say that. You better get ready for Seattle.
I don't know. Okay, let's hope this. Let's hope this.
Yeah, and speaking of Seattle, this coming weekend, guys. Okay, yes, I was going to say, go ahead, Rio. But this is a team now. It's in first place, and they beat Wilson and his Denver Broncos. And they look like, I'm telling you right now,
they throwing.
Yeah, look pretty good receivers. To me. The Niners better be ready. We can't afford to go 0-2.
Let me ask you guys this question: is it that Seattle is better than we thought, or is it that Pete Carroll knows Russell Wilson? So he was able to have his defense play better because they're used to him and they know his tendencies and stuff like that. Understand that this is going to be the test this week. Now he's playing us. Let's see what you got, because you got Trey Lance that you're not used to dealing with, right? And so we're going to see if your team is really that good, or you guys just took advantage of the fact that you played with Russell Wilson his whole career. So let's see what happens. I don't know if they're a real number one right now.
I think they're better than this year than everybody expected. But going back to your point, you guys, the only way you're gonna win this game is to put pressure on the quarterback. I can't think of his name right now. Seattle's quarterback. Geno. You gotta put pressure on Geno. That's the only way you're gonna win. If you let Geno get loose and throw those passes, he was on the money this past game.
Hey man, you heard what Geno said after the game?
What did he say after the game?
He said, "Everybody tried to write me off, but I didn't write back."
Right.
That was a great quote.
You guys know it takes 2 to 3 weeks of film, and then teams figure guys out, right? So week 1 of film for Trey Lance is not the best, but hopefully he gets it right. You can blame it on the rain. That was a tropical storm, and but we
could have used that rain out here, Bear. Could have used some of that rain. Huh?
That's what we told him.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for the guy with the popcorn that's going viral that had the leak in the ceiling that hit his popcorn.
Oh
right?
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, the water was just pouring down. Antonio, tell him how bad that water was pouring down inside the stadium on those steps, man.
It looked like there was a pipe broken somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why they got to get out of Soldier Field, man.
Yeah,
2026.
This place looks like waterfalls out of Hawaii.
Because it was still like 75 degrees. If you put on your poncho, you were sweating.
It was still nice.
It was really nice.
I would have had my phone
all weekend.
I would have my phone pointed on the stairs to see all the people falling, so I get all the viral videos.
Let me ask you guys this. How much time does Trey Lance have till that chirping starts coming? That's my
what
big
Ralph
question.
said. Ralph said 0-4. I think he's calling 0-4.
What do you do?
What if we get 0-4, 1-3, 1-3, 0-4? What happens?
Let me see. Who you got? You got Seattle. Who you got to Seattle?
Yeah, we got Seattle. We got Denver.
Denver.
Seattle,
Come back. We got to play the Super Bowl Rams.
Yep.
Rams.
It'll be the next
Those
home
are
game after
those
Seattle.
are.
Yeah,
I can see you guys
the
being
schedule is not going to be
best.
easy these first few games.
That's
the best
not-
I can see you guys coming out of those first 4 games is maybe 2-2
If we pull off 2 and
out of the
2,
next 3 games.
if we
maybe
pull off
4
2
and
and 2, I'll be happy.
Look what we did last year. We started off a little slow.
We
right?
started off real slow last year.
Right. But here's my bigger fear. Last year we lost Mostert week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now we lost our running back, Elijah Mitchell week 1 for a few months. And now you got, we cut some guys in the last week of camp that have been with us at running back. So I'm expecting to see Wilson Jr. actually step up. He's the veteran in that group. And, this is a running back by committee, but you guys stopped our running game in Chicago after he went down. So now I'm a little concerned on our running game, because if you have a rain game and you have a young quarterback, you need to run the ball. Otherwise, you're putting everything in his hands. So, Shanahan is going to have to let the kid loose. And, I think that, we got to put teams away too. You can't leave teams in the game that we're supposed to beat, let them hang around, So that was another thing that was frustrating. But I look at it like, guys, like I said, it's week 1. Week 1 is weird. You got teams, big teams that lose week 1 and then win the Super Bowl. So you just don't know about week 1. It's just that we have the young kid, and even as fans, we need 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of tape on him just to know what we got. You know what I mean? Right. And so that's what, just like NFL teams, they look at the tape. Once they have 3, 4 weeks on a guy, they know what his flaws are. They break it down and they know how to attack it. So I'm hoping that he builds on that, and I'm hoping that we get this win this weekend.
Yeah, and let's just hope that we're at least above 500 by the bye week. Okay, because like I think Rio said, yeah, when do you pull the trigger and say, okay, Trey, you're just not getting it done. We might have to, put Jimmy back in there. You know what I'm saying? And so, but yet I do believe in Trey. I still think he needs a chance to prove himself because I really believe he's a quarterback that got the skills to go out there and perform, and he could get it done, but he still just has to get himself more acclimated to the NFL level. He's going to be playing against some real good team. We're going to see he's playing against some good teams coming up. And as far as I'm concerned, we can't afford to go 0-2 because from somebody was just saying that any teams that started out 0-2 don't usually make it to the playoffs.
No, you're too good of a team to go 0-2. You're too good of a team to go 0-2.
Yeah, so I think there's no doubt in my mind that this game is going to be, I think, still a rather close game, especially if we're going to be dealing with more rain again. And I'm thinking I can see them probably pulling it out by a field goal, maybe 23-20 or something like that.
No, Rick Diaz is saying that you guys.
Niners and Seattle games are always close, and they're always judged between 3 or 7 points. I'm telling you, it's always a crazy game.
I'm not taking Seattle or Denver lightly, Rick.
That's what Rick Diaz said.
I know. I'm not taking them.
Granted,
we're not taking it lightly because I just said
ready for Seattle.
All I'm saying about Seattle is that we will find out if they were playing good because they know Russell Wilson versus, hey, they're a good team, and we're going to see because we're going to play them this weekend, and we're playing at home, right? We're not playing in Seattle. So
but we don't always play well at home. We don't.
We had a bad stretch last year. We lost a few.
We did. We're going to change it this year. We're going to change it. It's going to be all good. You guys I'm telling you, Ralph, y'all got lucky, man. I was in a house full of Bears fans in Vegas. Everybody in the house was Bears fans.
You lucky you got out of there alive.
I came in there with the Niner jersey. My friend said, get out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, look, this Niners, we going to take this. And then we winning the whole time. We 10 points. We up 10. I'm dancing and stuff. Second half, they were like, it's mighty quiet over there.
Oh man, they were on you. They were on you, Rio.
You lucky they didn't strap you down to the chair while you watching the game.
It was bad.
So what I want you to do from now on, wear that jersey around them next time you see him.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the same dumpster deal, man.
He's going to the dumpster after
don't
this
worry.
show.
I don't know.
I'll send the jersey to you. You don't need to go in. I'll send this one to you.
Man,
you can have one.
I was lucky I got the bum to find it, man. It cost me $5, man. $5. And then he was the fifth person that I gave. That's the all money. I spent $1 each. I gave 5 different bums to look for it. And this bum came up with it and he dug behind, the Goodwill and found it. So you gotta understand, man.
That's okay. You wearing a bum jersey, then you still got a Bears jersey on. That's all I know.
Okay,
hey, I got a question for you guys on a different note. What's up with Kittle, man? What's up with Kittle?
He's hurt.
Is he just injury prone, or is he going? I mean, he's always hurt now.
Always hurt.
You can't get a full season out of Kittle.
No, you can't.
Yeah, well,
here's what the problem I have is I cannot stand practice injuries. Like, what are
I
you?
hate that, man.
Like what's going on at practice? Like, like sit guys down. He's been in the league for a little bit.
He's at that time. He don't need all that. He just work out, do the drills, whatever you gotta do. But man, you don't need no real practice.
Right.
Unless they're practicing new plays.
You guys sound like Allen Iverson, man. Practice.
Man, this is practice. We talk about practice. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the guy works out hard. He's always in good fit condition. But yeah, to see him come up with this groin thing, I mean, it happens. He's a lot of athletic, players going to experience that, and I you know what? Since Kyle has been coaching this team, we haven't been so lucky when it comes to injuries. I think last few years, I think we've been, if not number one, probably second or third with most injuries practically every year. We seem to always go through it. But you know what? The good thing about it is that the 49ers tend to have resilience and be able to battle through a lot of that. And that's what, to me, that makes the team so special because, Kyle, that one year when we really lost everybody, like we lost Bosa.
Yeah, everybody.
But you know what? The squad that we had, they were out there still playing hard, getting, I mean, yeah, they might have been losing some games, but they were playing tough teams and taking them all the way to the end. I mean, they were all close games, so
Right.
they were still very entertaining, and, you got to tip your hat off to Kyle for being able to, make these adjustments for, losing a lot of these key players and stuff. So let's just hope that, hopefully we'll get, it's only a groin injury, so we know we will get him back soon. And hopefully he'll come back 110% healthy. But it's just as long as we don't lose players for the, key players for like the whole season. That's when things get, really bumpy and rough, And we don't, we just don't want to see that happen for anybody, But let me ask you guys, especially Rio and Antonio, this question: how do you feel about? Do you think that Kyle Shanahan should activate Danny Gray this next game?
I think so. I mean, we need some sort of a deep threat. We got the kid that has the arm, right? This is why we got him. He supposedly can be super mobile. Mm-hmm. I believe he needs a little bit more muscle on him, but I don't want to see the kid running. I want to see him throwing the ball, and I think that Danny Gray is a deep threat.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is there any way that we could maybe go find a running back or something?
We just picked up
they just picked up was Marion Mack running back.
Yeah.
He played for the Colts, but he's coming back from I think an Achilles injury. So
right.
How about is Kittle coming back this week?
I don't know if how much 100% he is. What's that?
Is Kittle coming back this week?
No, I don't think so.
Early to tell.
Okay.
I just hope this is not a growing, lingering thing.
That's what I'm about to say. Growing is tricky.
Right.
That's one of those injuries you gotta let it heal good before you get back out there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rush. I mean, you still got Warner, you got Dwelly, you just have to work with these guys, the players that have been part of this team already for a good couple of years. They know the system well, so we got to work through our bumps and bruises, man, but we got to take care of our players. Can't rush them back too soon.
We got to take care of the ball too. We got to take care of the ball, man. We cannot, and we're going to have to lean on our defense a little bit here. I think the big injuries with Ward being out, so, Hufanga, playing, balling like that is so important. But we did have a couple of plays where we left your wide receivers wide open, and it was a little lob in the rain. I mean, we can't be making mistakes like that. There can't be, our defense is better than that. So,
do you think this could be another messy game, knowing that we got like 50% chance of rain?
I'm happy that we have the fans on, we have the fans involved because, noise is always a problem for any team coming in. But like I said, you want to see our quarterback get to a fast start because he let this team hang around. And, our seasons have been starting a little slow. And, Shanahan has to learn what plays are going to be good for the kid, in game time situations. So in a way, as a play caller, he's trying new stuff too. It took him, I think, a few weeks last year to get it right because I was looking at Shanahan's play calling. I mean, remember when the Arizona? Let's go back to the Arizona game when he ran Lance. Was it like 19 times? Something he ran him up the middle like he was a running back. I don't think you can do that with this. He's not going to last the season if you get into that Madden calling mode, you know what I mean? so I look at it like, the kid has an arm, put him in a position to throw the ball and to get out of the way. And, our offensive line wasn't the best. I look, when I watch the game, I look at the momentum of the line. Are we getting pushed back? Are we getting, are they stopping the blitz? Are we making changes and adjustments? And I don't know how many adjustments you can make with a young kid right now. So that's another thing too. You might come in with a game plan and then can you make the adjustments and then can the young kid respond? Those are the problems that come down to coaching in the end, where, they might see something that we're not seeing and they're making adjustments. And, I don't know. I don't know if we are at that level yet. So those are the things that concern me.
Lance took a couple of big hits this past game.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
I mean, at one time, I didn't think he was going to get up. I thought he was going to get hurt, but he stayed in there.
He did. He did take a, he didn't slide like he should have on some of them plays. But, I think some of the old college trade came out of him and, he's just like that, But Those
You
are
better be careful
those are the kind of plays, yeah,
he's
that
trying to
scare me
scramble like
because
that.
this is why you have the players surrounding you to do that kind of work for you. You know, it shouldn't be our quarterback risking his life.
Right.
Now, yeah, he was able to extend for get first downs and plays because of his feet and being able to run and get move the chains, but yeah, he's exposing himself, and like you
You don't
said,
want that.
defense is gonna be look,
They're
if
gonna be
you're gonna play
waiting
like
for
that,
him.
defense is gonna be looking to light you up, and
Mhm.
you got to be careful. And that's the thing I don't want to see. I mean, I want to see if he needs to, but man, at least have enough sense to slide. I mean, like Justin Fields, he ran with the ball, but at least he had enough sense to know when he was
Right.
about to get hit, he slid and looked.
Right.
He got the penalty with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's
So-
where you got to learn to play a little smarter.
So
play
Doug,
smart.
sound like you scared of the rain. I mean, from what I hear you saying, you want me to bring some umbrellas for you so you guys can play better? Or what?
I'm just saying, my question was just for y'all. If he thought like, hey, we had a big storm that we played in, what?
Yeah, this should be an easy game for you guys. It's not going to storm like it did in
some troubles
Chicago.
again if we have some bad weather. That's all I'm
Ralph,
saying.
Ralph.
Some rain on
It's
the
not
ground.
going to storm like that
Ralph,
out
it's
here.
the
man,
rookies.
okay?
It's the rookie with the rain. That's the whole problem. It's not the rain. We can handle the rain. The Chicago monsoon, we would have won that game if Jimmy G was playing because of his experience.
Mm-hmm.
But the rookie trying to deal with this, you got to understand. Trey Lance haven't even
Then
played a
why
lot
don't
of.
you start
He didn't
Jimmy
play a lot.
G?
He didn't play a lot of college games
If
either
he's got that much experience, why don't you start Jimmy G?
because we made the
Since
decision.
he got so much experience over Lance.
Because we
Well,
made the
yeah,
decision
Well,
to
you
move
don't wanna hurt
forward.
his
It
feelings?
makes a lot of
You don't
sense,
wanna hurt
Ralph,
his
but like I
feelings?
said, they
Yeah.
made too much of a commitment to Trey Lance already.
Yeah, it's
so
too much.
they all
Here's-
this is your
Another
year.
point. Wait, let me say one more thing. So you got him for 1 year. I think you should keep him. Don't trade him.
Yeah, I
Keep
wouldn't
Jimmy.
trade him. I
Do
wouldn't
not
trade
trade
him.
Jimmy. Keep him.
I think
Well,
I
yeah,
think
this
Dallas seems to be chirping
Dallas-
right now. They
Dallas
got a
might be
little
good.
injured, and if
Yeah.
the Niners can get some draft
Yeah,
picks,
Dak's
they'll do it in
gone.
2 seconds. But here's the problem, guys. Let's go back. Let's look at a bigger picture. Trey Lance hasn't played much in a couple of years. The reason why I didn't like this draft is it was COVID. He only had 1 game under his senior year. I was it 1 or 2 games, I believe.
Yeah,
And so he was also the third quarterback to come off. He wasn't the first, he wasn't the second, he was the third quarterback. And if you pick in the third pick in any draft, that guy should be starting right away. So there was some rawness, and maybe they went after more athleticism. But
They
now
saw
you look
something.
at it, they saw something, yes. But
Yeah.
Justin Fields was the guy we all thought that we were going to grab, right?
Mhm.
I
That
did
was
think
like
we were going.
that's
I
what
thought
we
so,
thought
too.
we were going to grab.
I thought for
and-
sure we had that.
And so you look at this, he has only played 2 games in 3 years. So the kid has been studying the package and sat on the bench for a year. And, now it's time for him to perform. There's too much money invested in him at a third pick to bench him for 2 years. If there was no salary cap, then yeah, let's sit him again. But we're in a salary cap world, so you can't do what Steve Young did, sit for 4 years behind a starter, and it doesn't work like that. And so, with that being said, our team, every other position is stacked. The only question mark is quarterback, and this is not the year I said to have a quarterback problem.
And it shouldn't be a quarterback problem. It shouldn't be
No.
the pressure shouldn't be all on Lance to perform.
Right.
I mean, you got the defense, you got a good supporting cast. Everybody got to step up. If everybody steps up, it's going to be a lot easier for him. Don't count on him to do it all. So give the guy a break. It's only 1 game. Give him a break. He'll be all right. I think
It's
he'll
a
be all
long.
right.
It's a long season.
It's a long season.
Yeah.
Hey, Chili, man, this was a tough one because I'm getting text messages from my friends saying, "Man, you must have lost a bet. What's going on? Why are you wearing a Bears jersey?"
Good.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
I
to
know.
explain to
We
you
got to end this show. It's been hours
one
up
second.
anyway.
Thank-
So I
thank
think
one more
we can
time.
go.
One
Thank
more
you for
time.
reminding me. Thank you. Hold on. Say, smile for me.
One more time.
Smile
I got
for
I
me.
got to
Smile for me,
explain this.
please.
Okay,
Let me
I
get
made a
this.
bet with my brother.
Let me get
I
this.
made a
Smile.
bet with my brother. Okay.
Gotcha.
That if the Niners would lose, I would wear a Bears jersey. That's still the Bears jersey. I'm still wearing my Niners hat. Still got Debo in the background. Still Niners for life.
I
And
love
he would have had to wear that Niners red jersey as well.
I wasn't gonna wear
But
no Niners
that-
jersey. I
yes,
knew
you
it.
were.
Wait.
What?
I would have came over to make sure you had that jersey on, bro.
That was an easy bet. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have to. I wasn't worried about wearing a nice jersey.
Yeah,
I knew
whatever.
Bears had the
Come
game.
on,
You see this right here?
Oh, man,
You can't
come
see
on.
it.
No,
You
we
know
can't
you
going
see
were
it.
viral.
very,
It's going
you were
viral.
scared.
We
It's
can't
gonna
see
be
it.
on
Scared.
Facebook,
I'm
Instagram.
just
Everybody's
getting-
gonna see this picture. They're gonna be wondering like, what's
see, I
going
put
on?
I put this
What's up?
episode on my Facebook, and so my friends are hitting me up. They texting me, and it's just
Oh,
like,
no.
You
it's just
put that on there.
terrible, man. It's
It's
terrible.
confusing.
It's all
All
good.
right, guys. Hey, listen, we gotta wrap this thing up, but real quick, Rio, Ralph, you don't have to participate in this because you are not a Niner fan. So if you want to leave, no, I'm just kidding. But Rio, Antonio, we got the Seattle Seahawks coming in on Sunday. What do you guys think? What do you think the score is gonna be, Antonio?
I think 28-14 Niners.
Okay, 28-14. Rio, what you got? I don't even know what the spread is. Anybody know?
I'm gonna give 21-17 Niners.
21-17. All right. Well, we got to get this victory, man. We have to go 1-1. We cannot give up.
Yeah.
My man Trey's got to come back, and I believe he will. I trust in him, man. I know our Niners will be locked in and focused.
The show's over?
I'm going with the Niners.
wrap it up.
28-20. 28-20 Niners. I'm gonna give you out this game.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put that down, Ralph.
Hey, no, the show's not over. Put that shirt back on.
The show's over.
It's still
The
rolling.
show's freaking over. The show's
There you
over.
go. Tell him it's over now, man. You can
That's
take
right,
that,
baby.
that curse off.
The
right
show's
now.
over.
Let's go Niners. Let's get this
Let's
win,
go
guys.
Niners,
Let's
baby.
no more negativity. Trey Lance is
right.
gonna be fine. Let's go.
You know what? Faithful, be out there. Antonio, why don't you tell the faithful what's going on at the Levi Stadium real quick?
Green Lot 1, Pole 20, Empire Row. We got Young Lot, Jose Santana. We got a whole bunch of performances. A DJ live. Let's roll. Let's go.
Nice.
It's going to be 9 a.m. to kickoff. Let's go.
Nice.
All
I
right.
have to come check that out.
And 49 faithful,
Okay,
thanks
Chris.
again for watching.
Oh, I'm
supporting the channel.
Come to the
Don't forget
game.
subscribe, hit the like button, and
I'm coming to the game with this jersey.
Yeah, right.
Showing up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, man. Appreciate you all, man. 49 faithful, love you, man. Peace and
All
love
right,
to you.
guys.
And remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
I like that.